new visa laws that will come into effect from July 1st, and while most people are focused on the big headlines, the truth is, there are hidden rules that could make or break your visa application. In 2025, from unspoken work experience requirements to quiet changes in documentation and timing, these new updates could ruin your chances if you're not prepared. So if you're planning to move to Australia, or you're in the middle of applying this video, it could literally save your visa. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk all things Australia, visas, migration, and real stories of moving to this beautiful country. If you're new here, I help individuals just like you navigate the often confusing world of Australian immigration. In today's video, we're breaking down the hidden rules in Australia's new visa laws that will come into effect on 1st July 2025. These aren't the things you'll find on the official websites. These are the behind-the-scenes changes that could impact your timeline, your documentation, your job eligibility, and even your approval chances. So grab a notepad because this is going to be detailed. Segment 1, Introduction to the July 1st Visa Updates, What Changed on Paper versus in Practice. On July 1st, 2025, the Australian government will roll out its annual visa policy updates. While the official documentation covers changes to occupation lists, minimum income thresholds, and updated GTE policies, what's less discussed are the practical implications of these changes on actual visa approval outcomes. For example, while a new occupation might now be included on the medium and long-term Strategic Skills List, MLTSSL, the scrutiny on relevant experience for that job has quietly increased. Applicants are now being asked to provide more granular proof, including exact job responsibilities aligned with the ANZS code, code official payslips, and even tax documents to match employer references. This means if your paperwork isn't tight, you may be eligible on paper but still get rejected. Segment 2. The hidden rule of recent work history. One of the most significant unspoken updates relates to how recent your work experience needs to be. While many visas only ask for X years of experience, the department has begun informally enforcing a rule that this experience should be within the past 5 years, even if the law doesn't specify it. In real-world application, that means if you worked in your nominated occupation from 2012 to 2016, but then switched industries, you might be rejected if you had a gap year or stopped working due to family or health reasons. It must be explained clearly with documentation. Agents are reporting a rise in refusals simply because the experience was seen as outdated, even if the total number of years technically meets the requirement. Segment 3. The tightening of GTE assessments. The Genuine Temporary Entrant GTE criteria for student visas have evolved into one of the most opaque and dangerous parts of the visa process. Here's what's happening under the radar. AI-assisted screening tools now analyze GTE statements and flag vague or generic ones. Applicants from high-risk countries are subject to much deeper GTE reviews, including social media checks, school attendance history, and family immigration patterns. Submitting the same GTE statement for different institutions, that's now seen as a red flag for fraud. To avoid falling into this trap, your GTE must be ultra-specific, backed by documents like proof of ties to home country, property, family obligations, job offers, a tailored career plan showing why this course in Australia matters, evidence you're not using the student visa to just get to PR. Segment 4. English language testing, the silent filter. Though the required IELTS or PTE scores haven't changed significantly, internal processing notes show PTE test takers are being scrutinized more than before, especially if scores seem unusually high for applicants from regions with historically low scores. IELTS general versus academic confusion is causing delays or rejections. Always double-check which is required. Some applications are auto-refused if English evidence is missing, even if it's optional in some cases. Hidden rule. If your job is on a trade list, some case officers expect proof of functional English from your spouse or dependent, even if the official list says it's not mandatory. Segment 5. Background and travel history. The rejection you didn't see coming. In 2025, more visa refusals are being issued due to applicants' travel history inconsistencies or previous refusals from other countries. Hidden traps include not disclosing a US, UK, or Canadian visa refusal, inconsistent passport stamps, or unexplained long stays in certain countries. Multiple prior visa applications with different intent statements. If you don't have a strong, documented explanation for gaps or rejections, even minor ones, your Australian visa might be rejected automatically under character or integrity issues. Segment 6. New prioritization of occupation lists. What they're not telling you. While the Department of Home Affairs publishes official lists, internal prioritization favors sectors suffering skill shortages. But there's a twist. Unspoken truths. Jobs in healthcare, aged care, and construction are now given faster turnaround only if your reference letters prove full-time, local relevance, and your qualification aligns with accredited training pathways. Even with the right job title, if your employer references don't match ANSI ESCO wording, your skills assessment could be denied. Segment 7. Timeline traps. The processing window. No one talks about. Although visa processing times are listed on the DHA website, there are hidden internal benchmarks. For instance, if your medicals and police checks arrive too early or too late, your application might be pushed to the back of the queue. Uploading key documents after lodgement without explanation can trigger suspicion and request for further information delays. Pro tip: always upload a cover letter explaining each document, especially if some documents, like work references, look unofficial. 8. How financial documents are quietly scrutinized now. In 2025, your bank statement isn't just about how much money you have, it tells a whole story to immigration officers. Financial scrutiny is now one of the top hidden deal breakers in visa assessments, and most applicants don't realize how deep it goes. Here's what they really look for. Consistency. Does the inflow of money match your income claims? If you're claiming to earn $2,500 per month, but you only show one deposit in 3 months, it raises suspicion. Origin of funds. Is your money traceable? Australia wants to see legitimate sources: salary, business earnings, and scholarship deposits. Sudden large deposits without documentation? Big red flag. Ongoing financial stability. They don't just want to see one-time proof. Officers now assess whether your finances can sustain you long-term, especially for students, 482, and partner visas. Shared accounts. If you're being sponsored by a parent or partner, is their financial support believable? Do they have enough to support themselves? And you. Currency translation. Some applicants lose credibility by submitting statements in local currencies with no conversion or official valuation. Tip: always attach certified translations and currency equivalents for transparency. Many recent refusals cite lack of genuine access to funds, a hidden phrase that often means your financial story doesn't add up. Be meticulous. Show proof of income history, pay slips, employment letters, and savings, and explain sudden changes. 9. Occupation list. Confusion. A silent rejection trap. You might think that if your job is on the skilled occupation list, you're good to go. Not anymore. There's a hidden tier system inside the occupation list now, and if you don't know how to interpret it, your visa could be rejected. Here's how it's changed. High priority versus low priority occupations. Though not officially labeled this way, Home Affairs now uses internal policy to prioritize some occupations over others. Health, tech, construction, and engineering roles are often fast-tracked. Removed or quietly deprioritized roles. Some occupations stay on the list but receive virtually no invites or processing. If you're in one of these roles, your chances drop drastically. Regional restrictions. Some occupations are only eligible in certain states or territories. Many applicants don't realize their occupation only qualifies for a regional subclass. Skills assessment. Delays. Even if your occupation qualifies, a slow or rejected skills assessment can derail your whole timeline. Solution. Always check state-level occupation lists. Each state territory has their own. And consult with migration experts to know if your job is still viable under current policy. 10. Increased focus on Genuine Temporary Entrant, GTE requirements. The GTE requirement is now one of the biggest stumbling blocks for student and temporary visa applicants. While it's been around for years, in 2025 it's being enforced more aggressively and often used as a hidden excuse for rejection. What's being assessed under GTE now? Your real intention for coming to Australia. Do you want to study or migrate? Your ties to your home country. Do you have enough to return to, like property, family, a job? Your education history versus future goals. Do they align logically? Your visa history. Ever overstayed or breached visa conditions elsewhere? Your course relevance. Are you choosing a course that matches your background, or is it random? How to pass GTE in 2025. Write a strong, evidence-backed personal statement. Explain your career goals and how your course fits into them. Show future plans in your home country, even if your real goal is to apply for PR later. Back your claims with documents. Employer letters, property titles, family documents, etc. Remember, immigration officers are trained to spot fake or templated statements. Make it real, make it honest, make it logical. 11. Silent flagging system. Travel history and past visa behavior. Australia now uses integrated databases with other countries to assess your past visa behavior, and even small issues can trigger invisible flags. You may never see these flags, but they can lead to automatic rejections or slow your processing time by months. Common travel red flags. Overstaying any visa, even by a few days. Multiple rejected visa applications, for any country. Frequent visa hopping, moving from country to country in short periods. Applying for a tourist visa too soon after a student work visa denial. Even having visited countries with high asylum fraud rates can make your application more scrutinized. What to do? Be honest in your visa forms. Provide a clean and clear travel history with dates. Attach explanation letters if you had previous rejections or overstays. Avoid applying while in transition between countries. Wait until you're fully stable in one place. 12. Language proficiency. Reinterpreted more than just IELTS scores. It's not just about meeting the English test requirements anymore. Officers now interpret your ability to live, work, or study in Australia based on your overall language exposure and documentation. Here's what matters now. Your education medium. Was your degree taught in English? Can you prove it? Consistency. If your IELTS score is 7.5, but your written statement is full of errors, it looks suspicious. Supporting documents. Have your recommendation letters and employment letters been written in fluent English? Are there inconsistencies? Workplace fluency. Can your referees verify your ability to communicate in English on the job? Tip. If your score is borderline or you want to strengthen your case, attach a letter from a teacher or employer vouching for your language ability. It helps paint a holistic picture. 13. Work experience and time gaps under the microscope. Australia's 2025 visa changes now include deep checks into employment history, especially for 482, 186, and PR visa applicants. If there are gaps in your CV, overlapping jobs, or unverifiable work experience, your visa could be rejected. They now check employer legitimacy. Does your company exist? Is there an online presence? Proof of employment. Do you have payslips, contracts, tax records? Consistency with references. Are your referee letters aligned with the dates you listed? Career progression logic. Have you changed industries too fast or skipped levels unrealistically? How to avoid issues. Get detailed, signed reference letters from all employers. Attach proof of income, payslips, bank statements, tax records. Be honest about any unemployment periods. Explain with evidence, e.g. maternity leave, health issues, training. If you've made it this far, you're already ahead of most visa applicants. But navigating these hidden rules alone can be overwhelming. That's why I offer one-on-one visa consultation sessions. Whether you're applying for a student visa, 482, PR, partner visa, or just unsure where to start, I can help guide you through the process step by step. What I can help you with: document checklist tailored to your visa type, reviewing and strengthening your GTE statement or work experience letters, helping you choose the right occupation path, understanding processing times and recent trends, common documents you'll need, passport bio page, bank statements 6 to 12 months, academic transcripts and certificates, CVI resume, employment reference letters, proof of English proficiency, police clearance certificates, statement of purpose or GTE for students, health exam bookings. If you're serious about getting your visa approved, reach out via my other social platform on my page. Don't forget to like this video, Subscribe for more real talk about Australia immigration. Turn on notifications as I upload daily tips on visa, migration, and lifestyle tips, so you don't want to miss it. Comment your questions below. Share with a friend who's applying soon.